Alright, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on cryptocurrency every day. My name's Austin, and in today's video, I want to hop on over to tradingview.com and go over where we see the price of Bitcoin trending next. Right now, the price of one Bitcoin against the US dollar is currently trading at $3,568. No significant change over the last 4 or 5 days. And at first glance, it may look like nothing significant is happening. Yes, we've had a slight downtrend over the last 4 or 5 days, slight downtrend over the last few months. While it may look like nothing big is happening, I want to clue you in on a couple key resistance levels that could give us some indication on where the price of Bitcoin is trending next. Yes, in the past, we have discussed this a little bit, a couple of these indicators. I want to do a check-in today. If you're a TA wizard, if you do this every single day, then the first part of today's video might be a little basic for you. You know what? Nothing wrong with getting back to the technical analysis basics, but if that is the case, skip ahead to the second half of this video where we go over 5 of the most significant headlines happening in crypto today. That being said, let's jump in. And I guess first, before we go over some of these moving averages and resistance levels, let's just make it real general. Look at RSI. RSI, or Relative Strength Index, is often one of the first indicators people use as a general tool to find out if the market's overbought or oversold. It goes all the way from 0 to, well, this is the 30, this is the 70 line, and generally speaking, anything, an RSI under 30 indicates that a market is oversold. Anything above 70 indicates that a market is overbought. Right now we're right at 50, so we're seeing no strong indication one way or another. Something to point out, though, is back in December, when the market saw yearly lows, took a massive dump, the RSI, for the first time in a long time, dipped below 30, indicating that, yes, indeed, the market was oversold, possibly a bullish indicator. And it stayed that way in November all the way till December. Unfortunately, a bearish indicator, while the RSI did return to more of a neutral position, the RSI bounced back, but the price of Bitcoin didn't really bounce back. So today, RSI, not getting really a strong indication one way or another. So in that case, before we get to moving averages, let's just go over some basic resistance levels. Previous levels of support, now that we've dipped under, has become our resistance. And let's go to the first one. The first one, let's see. I would guess right around, we've touched this resistance level multiple times, or support, depending on how you look at it, but it's right at the 37,000 mark, maybe 36. It depends. Everybody has their own little interpretation of this, but that's what we're coming up against right now. That's the first resistance level that the Bitcoin price has been struggling with, and we've been struggling with this for the last 5 days now. Depending on where we see the Bitcoin price jump up from here, could give us some level of indication on short-term bullishness or bearishness. The next one, I'm going to put this in orange to go over. It's right around, oh man, it's hard to tell, right around here. You'll notice we touched it right here and right here. It's right around, where is that? 30, right around, I'm going to say $4,000. Yeah, $4,000 mark. That's number 2. That's number 2. If we can get past and hold past this first level of resistance, it gets even harder on the second one. And then to really get an indication that we're heading into bull territory, in the short term, at least, the third level of resistance comes at right and maybe the 4,280 mark. Right here, we touched it for a minute back in November, couldn't get past it, but those are the 3 immediate levels of resistance. Now, we've been struggling with this one for some time now, and it's always hard to get past a level of resistance. Once we do, it does become a new level of support if we can hold it. But the price of Bitcoin is actually pushing up against 2 resistance markers right now. If we look at the moving average, 100-day moving average and 50-day moving average, we're hitting double resistance right now from the 50-day moving average. Usually people test the 50-day moving average, 100-day moving average, and then 200-day moving average, which is somewhere up here, if I would have put that indicator on. But if we can, it's been a long time. Look, we haven't brushed past that 50-day moving average in months and months now, and we've been testing it for the first time, significantly testing it for the last several weeks. And If we can get past the 50-day moving average as well as this resistance level of 3,600 roughly, that's going to be a really strong indicator that we're moving in, that we're short-term bullish. Short-term bullish at least. 100-day moving average, that'll indicate we're mid-term bullish. And then if we can get past the 200-day moving average, which I'm not going to put it on now, but it's somewhere around here, that's going to be a really strong indicator of bullish territory. The point that I'm trying to make is that despite all the fundamentals, all the current events and fundamentals that are bullish, there's not a lot of indicators at the moment, or there are a lot of indicators right now that we might go short-term bearish and dip down even farther. Volume is what you'll see, depending on, here's the thing, we'll move one way or the other. You'll notice that volume will start to pick up every time we move. That'll be one key indicator. And this 50-day moving average is the big indicator at the moment. I will keep you updated as more things unfold from this. But let me know what you think in the comments. Let's keep going. First piece of news, the U.S. national debt tops $22 trillion for the very first time. This is some of that fundamental news. This is bullish news. You know, this is bad news for the U.S. and possibly the world, but this is bullish news on why crypto does actually have a use case. And what's significant is about this, we've been in debt for years now. What's significant is the U.S. national debt topped a record $22 trillion this week, less than a year after it crossed $21 trillion mark, indicating further deterioration in the nation's finances. So it only took a year to come up a whole nother trillion, which is, I mean, there's going to come a breaking point sometime very soon, possibly in the next 10 to 20 years, I would say for sure, where there's going to be no choice to turn, for people to turn into cryptocurrencies. What I look forward to is when maybe Bitcoin hits 100K, 200K. I'm not a financial advisor, but if we keep trending this way, when it does hit that number, what will $1 actually be worth? That's going to be the big question. We'll see. Second piece of news. You can now buy a Subaru using Litecoin. If you want to buy a car and you have Litecoin, maybe you bought it in early and you have a bag of Litecoin, you can buy a Subaru right now. This story has been published and confirmed by Crypto Vibes, and you can actually see a video right here where this dealership is actually accepting Litecoin. And I think it's a one-off dealership. It's the Bob Moore Subaru, which is based in Oklahoma. If I lived in Oklahoma, as you know, I'm in LA, I would love to support Bob. If he accepts Litecoin, I see no reason why he wouldn't accept Bitcoin. Right now, transactions, while the market's so low, I'm sure fees would be relatively the same, although Litecoin probably is cheaper. But CryptoVibes.com team has contacted the author of this video down below, Lisa Davis, and she confirmed that Bob Moore Subaru has agreed to accept Litecoin at their dealership for all of their services and car models. So even if you don't need a car, maybe get a little tune-up. Next piece of news, the Theta wallet has been released for Android and will be coming, and an iOS Apple version will be coming soon. And the significance of this is they will support the Mainnet token swap. Theta token, low cap coin. A lot of people are saying it does have a lot of promise. Sort of the blockchain version or the crypto version of Twitch or YouTube has some of their leadership behind Theta. Their mainnet launch is coming up, and if you want to know where to put your tokens, feel free to download the Android app or upcoming Apple app, and it'll be an easy token swap. That wallet also holds all Ethereum and ERC20 tokens as well. Just FYI. Two more pieces of news. If you've received any value thus far from today's video, feel free to give it a like. Helps me grow as a channel. Bullish news, fundamental bullish news. The world's 5th largest bank aims to debut blockchain payment network in 2020. So the world's 5th largest bank is going to be integrating blockchain. This bank is based in Japan. That's no surprise. The whole country is very bullish on cryptocurrency. But Japan's Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group, MUFG, has officially announced it will launch a new blockchain-based payment system. So they're not getting into cryptocurrency per se, but they're integrating their blockchain. Why are they doing this? This will allow for a significant reduction of transaction costs for all kinds of payment services and could support a large expansion in transaction numbers. It's really a no-brainer. why any business or any financial business wouldn't integrate blockchain. The benefits are there. It's good to see that the fifth largest bank is doing that. Last piece of news, bullish news from the CEO and founder of Overstock, who is very bullish on crypto. The founder and CEO of retail giant Overstock.com, Patrick Byrne, says that blockchain can make government super efficient and incapable of being bribed. So what are the use cases of getting mass adoption for cryptocurrency? Well, according to the CEO of Overstock, we could step into, right now, today, we could step into Venezuela with 6 laptops and create not only a functioning society, but arguably one of the most advanced government systems in the world. What could we do in Venezuela? We could bring them a central bank. We could bring them a central bank on a laptop. Everybody in Venezuela downloads a free app, and suddenly you have the most advanced monetary system on the planet. So we can bank the unbanked. This is just a quote. He's not actually doing this, but it just goes to show that the use case will start in the poorer, the lesser advanced countries first, and slowly take over the world, I think. Let me know what you think. Team, this was the video for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.